And yes, we are back. Back again in Flight Sim, back again in the UK, but this time for the start of what could be a global adventure. Yes. Oh, you again. Sure, I seen you a few hours ago. You did. I was in, where was I? Luxembourg, last time you saw me. But yes, going to start a global adventure. Something we talked about in the last couple of streams. We're here at my local airport, which is Kemble, here in Gloucestershire, and we're going to attempt to go around the world. But we're going to go around the world properly, as Dave came up with. So around the world by prop aircraft. So we're going to fly from here in Kemble over the next coming however many months it's going to take. Once a week we'll do a leg. So fly from here in Kemble, up the UK, across to Iceland, across Canada, across Russia, Scandinavia, back to the UK. Easy. But in various prop aircraft. So it could be the 172, it could be the 208, it could be the TBM. Obviously that will cover a bit of distance. If over the next however many months we're doing this, so we get some other aircraft introduced into MSFS, we could use those as well. So the restriction being it's got to be a prop. So that's the plan, and it become a weekly thing. And so wherever we get to today, which is going to be Carlisle, next time we will take off from Carlisle and go on from there. So similar to a thing that I've been doing in Train Sim with the roaming driver thing, same as I do in Fernbus, where I carry on from where I got to last time, now the same in flight. So makes it easier to keep track of our progress around the world. Something we were doing a couple of years ago, but reverting back to it with a bit of a difference this time in switching up the aircraft. I'm joined on this first madness leg by the man behind me. We won't call him Joan. Oh shit! No, damn it, I already did. It's John. Good evening, John.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
A man that has jelly tots. He does.
Well, yeah, I've got a few of them.
He's got a few jelly tots. I have jelly envy now. This isn't fair. And in front of me, also joining us on this first leg. By what plane you in, John?
I'm in the beautiful 172.
Awesome stuff. As am I. Man that isn't in the 172 because he's broke his. Is Roxy. Good evening, Roxy.
Good evening, Steve.
So, what plane are you in?
Yeah, I'm in the Robin today because my 172 seems to be malfunctioning.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to stick him in for repairs and take this little baby out, which is about the same sort of speed.
It is same sort of speed. So we've got runway 8 for departure, which is the way that we're facing, and then a trip up country to Carlisle. So let's get a move on and get a taxiing. I will stick my thing back, as it were. Jelly tots. I hope John's sharing. This guy is stood in front of me just because he's wearing a high vis. Is that Dave? Actually, Dave wears a high vis everywhere. Is that Dave? Yeah. Who's he talking to? He's got his hand up to his. No, he said, yeah, that pillock in the 172 is about to take off. I know, around the world. I've just heard that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just ignore him. Okay, I think he's letting me go. Hold on, radio. So, see you, Dave. I'm going to chop your head off with my wing. Oh, God, duck, Dave. Right. So, yes, if this proves to be a success, this is going to be a weekly event. Round the world in a 182. No, round the world in various prop aircraft. Thanks, Trent. So if it does become a weekly event, then we're going to open it up to have people join us each week and see if we can get a group of us doing some of these flights around the world and see how long it takes. So it's something we were doing before, and last time we did it, we flew from the UK and we ended up after a year being at the tip of South Africa. So it took a while. Exclamation mark, predict crash. Yeah, not quite a valid guess, that, Chaos. Right, Roxy's going. So 9,000 feet it's given me. Right, Roxy is pretty much. Sort of, maybe, slightly, possibly. What's the plan for travel? Go from A to B or from A to wherever? Yeah, so each week we'll take off from where we got to the previous week, and in the group of us, we'll decide, we'll take it in turns, which aircraft it's going to be, as long as it's got a prop, and where the destination is. So, you know, in the TBM, in like a 2-hour flight, so we restrict it to like 2-hour legs. In the TBM, we'll cover a lot of ground in 2 hours. So that going across to Iceland is going to be pretty much a necessity. Right, we are going. And airborne. Right, runway is clear.
Right. Let's do this.
There we go. John's barreling down the runway. How do I get the stream overlay at the top? It's part of Sim Toolkit. Right, Roxy's over there. John's just departing.
Me up and away.
Well, no, we're going around the world, Don. So we're heading up. I've exceeded my clearance void time. Really? Sim Toolkit's free, yes.
Sims 17 is cleared to Carlisle Airport as filed.
Okay.
Squawk 555.
So yeah, Sim Toolkit is that. So you can load your flight plan into it. It connects to SimBrief. I know what I haven't done. I haven't put the CDI on, have I? Every flipping time in this plane.
Radar contact 1,500 feet. Altimeter 29 decimal 61.
It's one of the first things I do now because
There
I've
we go.
forgotten it so many times.
I wonder where I was going.
14,000 feet.
So yes, so started off here where we are in Kemble, which is the closest major airport to me. Obviously I'm here, so Kemble there. So this time we're flying up country, up here to Carlisle. Next time we'll make our way up through Scotland, or up into Scotland. I think that might be another leg, before eventually making our way up to the Faroe Islands. Hi Dave, we just saw you, Dave, stood by the plane. Across to Iceland, that's going to be interesting. Across to Greenland, across to Canada, across Canada, Alaska, she might say no, across the Bering Strait, which is where we got to recently actually in one of the flights we did, all the way across Russia, and then that's going to take a while. And then back to Scandinavia, and then back to the UK. So quite a while. Yes, you were stood in your high vis in front of my aircraft at the start of the stream, Dave. Yes, Dylan, it is. That's why I asked you about artwork. My ground reel textures are off. Okay. Press escape to pause, and general settings, data tab, Bing Maps, world graphics set to on. I'm quite happy with them as they are, to be honest. What's a Bing map? The poorer version of Google Maps. It does look nice anyway, yeah. That's a bingo map. A map of bingo halls. That's fine. And I'm very happy with default textures. But thank you for the advice. It's completely different. Oh, Bing maps are different to bingo maps. Oh, okay.
bingo maps just covered in numbers.
Ah, okay. You get full house and a line. Dang it, I wanted the bingo map. Exactly. Well, apparently it's not a thing. Sorry, yes, that's Sim Toolkit. Sim Toolkit Pro, in fact. Which you can do your flight planning on. There's landing reports. The thing that you're doing, you can see at the top there, people can predict the feet per minute that I'm going to land at, hopefully. It tracks your plane, as it's doing there. And free.
Holy crap.
And you've got an update. Yeah. Holy crap.
I just actually turned mine on because mine was off.
Okay.
It's phenomenally better.
Really?
Like, he's not even joking. Wow.
Hang on,
I
right.
thought it looked great before.
Hang on.
It
So,
takes 2 seconds to do.
general,
General,
graphics,
data
data.
on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Bing data world graphics. Just flick that on and then save.
Apply and save.
Cheers, Rocket. Wow, that is... I thought it was good before. It looks real. It'll take a little while to load in.
Oh, hang on though. It's always loading bits in.
Yep.
Is it like Project Fly? No. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Rocket.
Yeah, that is... Can't believe I've been flying all this time thinking it's great.
Obviously, it's loading it in now because it wasn't on. But if by the time
Yeah.
you sit and do your pre-flight and stuff, that's just... I thought it was amazing before. Sam,
Yep.
Sam,
Yeah.
Sam. You need to do a thing, Sam. Sam, you need to do a thing, Sam. Look at this, Sam. You need to turn your Bing on, Sam. Not your bingo, don't get that confused. That's just, wow. I thought it was great before.
I did.
You think it'd be on by default. That's just, I'm mind blown. Flipping heck. Look how good that, you can see where it's loading it in.
Yep.
I think sometimes the updates turn it off for some reason.
Yeah, Sam, go into general, data, and Bing Data World Graphics. Turn it on.
Manchester Center Sims 17 is at 5,600 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
It actually looks like I'm flying in real life. I thought it just looked good before, now it looks...
That's
well,
just,
X-Plane,
yeah,
you're getting deleted now.
yeah, you can see it loading. Look, we can see it's loading the tiles behind me. Look at the colour. Holy crap.
Yeah, it does look really good. Really, really good.
I would say I've lost no FPS. That's still as smooth as you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nearly as good as X-Plane. I can hear Sam scrambling up his ladder now. And turning on his PC. Going, I need that on. Yeah, sometimes the updates turn it. Oh, I'm stalling. I don't want to press escape.
Oh, wonder why it's going so slow. I've got my flaps still down.
I'm trying to climb at 700 feet per minute. That's not good, is it? Come on.
A bit.
You can do it.
I'm at 4,000 feet. What are you talking about, woman?
Oh yeah, when you have it on to start with, I'm sure it looked great. Don't tell me my plane's now playing up. Come on.
Scrambled eggs.
I'm doing 40 knots. Okay.
Did you jump in my plane? That's exactly what mine was doing.
I was fine before.
Sims 17, please expedite your climb to 14,000 feet.
You want to go to 14,000 feet? You can sod off. Right, there we go. That's fine. We should speed up now. 6,500 is fine. We'll cancel IFR.
Manchester Center Sims 17. Cancel IFR at this time.
There we go. We should be good now. But yeah, blimey, look how good that looks.
Sims 17 is type Cessna Skyhawk 7 miles west of Echo Golf Oscar Alpha. Request flight following.
Sims 17 cluster approach. Squawk 644 tree.
Yeah, speed's coming up.
Squawk 644 tree Sims 17.
Sims 17 radar contact 7 miles west of Echo Golf Oscar Alpha 6.
Yeah, that's wrong. 6,500. That's fine.
Copy Sims 17.
That's. I thought it was brilliant before with default scenery, but that is now True Earth, isn't it? That literally.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And we paid how much for True Earth UK? 100 and something
No.
quid?
I spent so much because I've got the whole of the UK.
Yeah, so did I. Bloody Sam's fault. Free Orbex, exactly. It's just
That's all I'm going to say.
X-Plane.
Anyone want to buy my X-Plane account off me?
Blimey. That's mad. Well, thank you, Rocket, if you're still about.
I think he's gone now.
Yeah, he probably thought we. I probably thought we were just like not interested at all. What is Project Fly? You keep asking that. Google is your friend there, Anth. Now we can see the axe murderer's house in more detail. Oh yeah, I can fly over my house.
I'm in awe of this now. I'm actually gobsmacked of the difference
It's just-
that's made.
Just one little flick. Okay, it's downloading maps. It's using data. Don't care.
Yeah, don't care.
So, the best just got better. It's like every year when they bring out a new version of Ferry Washing Up Liquid and say it's our best yet. Every time you turn this on, you think it was better before, it's better now. When you think of it, now Steve can enjoy the side of the mountains even better. I can see the mountains in higher quality detail now. That's just madness.
Even
The
when you
beauty
do
and
that,
majesty of them as you approach the sides of them. There you go. Very fast.
Yeah. You're like, oh, look at the detail of that mountain, Smack.
Yeah, I did that on one of the races, didn't I? I was out in America and I was taking pictures.
Yeah, Google, Anth. Don't keep asking the same question. Google, forums. I haven't got Project Fly, so it's no good asking me about Project Fly, unfortunately. In one leg, you do it all at really low altitude. Well, the ATC told me to come up to 9,000 feet. And then I obviously are stuck at 6.5. I could descend. Should we descend? Let's descend. What can possibly go
Nice.
wrong?
I just typed in Google Project Fly and MSFS and it's given me a million answers.
There you go. Well, I'm descending at 4,000 feet. You're passing over near me at some point. Oh, God. Right, we're descending down to 4,000 feet. Yeah, currently we are there. Oh, we're passing over my mate's house in Evesham. Bomb Dylan. I'll empty the toilet bucket out over his house.
I used to live in Chippenham. Chippingham.
Now listen carefully. I shall say this only once. Project Fly is a poorer version of Sim Toolkit Pro. You mean Chaos Waste? Yeah. Oh god, I'm slightly overspeeding now. Back it off. That's just, now you can see the lighting, the light coming through where the clouds and the ground's lit up there.
Yeah.
Matthew, thanks for the follow. Oh, I'm going to look forward to this series now.
100%.
Please keep hands inside the ride at all times. Wow. No, YouTube. So yes, if you have just joined, this is the first leg of hopefully a around the world series where we're going to fly around the world with prop only aircraft. So first leg from Kemble, my local airport, going to go up to Carlisle. The next leg in the next stream will be Carlisle to somewhere, and we're going to head over to Iceland, across to Greenland, across to Canada. Yes, around the world properly. Across Canada, up to Alaska, because you know, and then back across Russia. So it's a lot of legs, but each time we'll switch it up and use different aircraft as long as they've got a prop. You can actually do it through here. This will actually link when you go to flight planning. This links to Sim Toolkit. So you link this to your Sim Toolkit and it imports Sim Toolkit, which then gives you all the information here. Always on a Wednesday. Might be shifting flight to a Thursday going forward.
If you do decide to switch it to a Thursday, not being selfish, but that means I can then fly. 'Cause
Yeah.
Wednesdays, if I go back to work, I'll work Wednesday evenings.
Yeah, that was, well, the other reason was, from my point of view, I might not start streaming till a Thursday. So I might take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off. So I'll stream Thursday, flight, Friday, trucking, Saturday, something, Sunday afternoon flight.
Cool.
So
Cool.
well, might do Wednesdays with train. I don't know. Definitely take Monday and Tuesday off. But might be Wednesdays trains, Thursdays flight. But yeah, Thursdays work better. And yeah, so next Thursday, although I know it's Wednesday today, but next Thursday, we will carry on from Carlisle. So different prop aircraft, head up through Scotland, and see how far we can get in a couple of hours. So we're limited to a couple of hours because during the week with people working and stuff, a 2-hour flight time roughly is enough. But you know, a slow way of chugging away around the world. Farming, yeah, going to do farming some Saturdays, NT. Oh, where's this now? Evesham. Oh, wow, that's where my mate lives. There's the pub. Hang on, where's the church? There's a church in here somewhere. Ah, how cool's that?
Just everything's there, isn't it?
After this flight, I'm going to go back to my hometown and just see the difference, because before it was okay. Missing a few bits here and there, but I'm interested to see the difference now.
This is, you know, what we paid all that money for in Orbex.
Hundreds of pounds.
That's the way I come into Evesham. Oh god, this is mad. I know that roundabout. I come in this way and down there. So this is the road that I come back to. That's madness.
Or you'd end up maxing out all your PC drives with ortho.
Is that standard in the sim? Yes, Chaos. You've got to flick a switch to turn it on. Who's going to wave? And there's traffic on the motorway, look.
Yeah, moving traffic.
Mm-hmm.
That's just ridiculous.
There's a whole new level that now. It's another level.
Contact Birmingham approach on 123.908.
Going to 123.908.
This just every single flight,
Birmingham approach sims 174,000
you
feet.
just get more and more. Oh, I'm going to speed up again. You just get more and more impressed.
Continue to pit 8 as planned. Altimeter 29.58.
On the correct side of the road too. Yeah. Contact Birmingham. Uh-oh. That just... I was this impressed when I first had Orbex and looked out the window and was doing these UK flights.
Yeah.
If this is going to be like this wherever there's Bing Mac coverage,
Yeah.
that's just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, as long as you've got your data on,
Always. Well, it will be now. Yeah.
it'll pick it all up. Yeah. And it's just crazy.
So yes, we'll be looking for people to join us on these flights. So if you're in a Discord server, we're going to start doing from next month flight training. It's
Nothing to do with that.
yeah, well, basically to get people prepared for joining the multiplayer flights. So we'll organise a session where we'll say to someone in the Discord, right, Saturday morning, get yourself in the 172 to, for example, Kemble. We'll and get a flight ready to take you to, I don't know, East Midlands. We'll meet that person there in the full-on open map, open multiplayer. Speak to them in Discord. Make sure that you're competent enough to be able to do a flight plan and get from A to B. Obviously, chat to you during the flight to make sure that you're not an idiot. Although that would mean that none of us could do the flights. That's probably wrong. To make sure that you're stream friendly. Hang on, then Sam can join any of the flights. Well, they'll just to make sure you're one of us.
You
There you go.
talk.
Just to make sure you're one of us.
One of us. One of us.
Tolerable. Yeah, there we go. And to make sure that then if we do plan a flight, that you can then know how to do it. We're going to do the same with the farming. We're going to do the same with the trucking, so that people joining the multiplayer stuff, which we want to do more of in 2021, they know what to expect. We know what they're like, and more people could join in. Is that a rally track? That looks... that's just footpaths and byways and stuff. Or approaching Redditch and Henley and Arden.
A few reservoirs down here below me.
The man who turns a bus over 10 times a day. That's a good... Actually, Sam, that's quite a good shout. They've updated the free shared flight deck software, so if it does work, we could even sit in. How easy is it to actually set up, though? That's the thing.
Let's have a look at that.
So yeah, so the plan is then every Thursday we will carry on with this flight, continuing around the world. So it's easy from our point of view because we haven't then got to think, oh, where are we flying to this week? It's a case of, right, we know where we're flying from, we know what the eventual goal is, what planes are going to be in, so how much ground can we cover. Sometimes you might not want to cover much. It's like when we get up towards the Faroe Islands, you know you've got to stop at the Faroe Islands, because then it's going to have to be the TBM from the Faroe Islands across to Iceland. So that's going to be a pretty quick flight. So that might be slightly longer. So that we might have to move to a Sunday or a Saturday evening or something. Oh, it's easy to set up. Okay. We'll have to try that then. But yeah, and we're going to do the same with trucking. Get people in a truck to a certain place with a load, with a certain destination, and make sure that they're able to do that. And the same with the farm. Get people that want to join the farm, make sure that they know what a farm is, they know what a tractor is, they know how to connect up a seeder, and they know what they're doing. Because if they do, then they can teach us, because we haven't got a clue.
That's crossing over Birmingham now.
Oh God.
Thing is, it makes it fun for everyone, for us and you obviously with the stream, but for them as well, so that they're not asking a million questions and they don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, actually going to be flying over my old stomping ground. Oh God. Yeah, straight in over Shirley. Oh dear. It must be Pog help me, and you can barely understand him. Oh yes, all you hear is fiddly-dee potatoes.
Hi, are you?
So yeah, we've got Redditch behind us now. So there's Redditch. Top of the morning. Oh, this is just immense. I'm so glad Rocket came in and told us that. I was impressed with the sim anyway. I should take offence to that. Go on then.
Don, you've got a slightly different tang. Is tang a word?
Yeah. Twang.
Twang, that's the one. Yeah, I can understand Don very easy, but Pog I struggle with.
Hi, are you? Exactly. Right, so there's Roxy and John in front of me.
That's why.
Southern Irish. He's proper Irish. Or give me a pot of gold. No, that was a pirate, Pina. Or give me a pot of gold. What in the plank, Jim lad?
There's always one.
Oh, that could have been chaos, actually. Ooh, or give me a pot of gold then. Hang on, what wasn't chaos? Get off my pot of gold. Irish farmer private. Here, no, not let us start this. What sort of... Here, no, not let us start this. I think chaos has been on the sherbet. Right, so yeah, this is the... Oh God, I know exactly where this is. That's the M42 junction. That's coming up. That's the Stratford Road.
You're not wrong, Dylan.
Oh, blimey. Yeah, my old stomping ground when I was in my late teens was all around Shirley and Hall Green. There's the cemetery. I think.
Camworth. Sutton Coalfield is where I did my entrance test to join the army. Random thing there for you.
Is that... Hang on. Yes, no, is that... I'm just
fly over.
getting my bearings. There's the... Round here, hang on, that's the Robin Hood Island. Down there, turn left. There is where I spent a lot of my late teens. And then, yes, getting thrown off the golf course. For nicking balls. Blimey, that's detail. Yeah, Jaguar Land Rover is back. I don't think that's it. Could be actually. Hang on. Actually, yeah, it could be Jaguar Land Rover. Look at the detail on that cursor icon. Is that annoying you, Dave, that I leave it on the screen? Oh, wow, look, see the lighting is different on the city centre because the clouds have broken above, look, over there. So the light's coming through. Oh, my God. The airport's on the Coventry Road. So yeah, there's Birmingham Airport. So the road out to Coventry, hence the Coventry Road.
Yeah, the difference in the lighting when you look where it's cloudy and looks like it's raining maybe, and then you look behind you where it's sunny.
Don't have an organism. I'll try not to.
I think I've already had one. Sorry.
Why is it with this sim you just want to spend all your time outside the plane?
Yeah, you do.
I hate Microsoft.
Right. So that was... so yeah, just past... gone straight over Shirley. There's Birmingham Airport, where we saw the end of the runway. Stetchford. Good swim pool there, actually. Castle Bromwich, up towards Sutton Coldfield now. Oh, God, we are going to be flying over bloody Dylan's house, aren't we? Yeah, look up, Dylan. Yeah, I think Dylan's down here somewhere. You're sort of heading towards me. Run, Sam. Take cover. Yeah, Dylan's sort of in this.
Dylan's over
Yeah.
to the right, isn't he, Tamworth?
No, he's not Tamworth.
Oh, what it was.
Stay away from me. We will, don't worry. That's just so good. I just... Look, you can see over there where it's brighter because of the cloud coverage.
Oh, I knew Tamworth.
Yeah, I think the weather's broken for me. I haven't got any clouds today.
Uh-oh.
Sunny skies for you then.
Oh, I really can't wait
It
now
is.
to get this thing on the new PC. Can have some of the local cuisine on the way past. Oh, God, no. Well, we will be coming up that way after Carlisle, but we'll be going sort of bearing left. That's just impressive. See, why would you want to whiz along in a jet? Which we will be doing on a Sunday. It'll be jet flights on Sundays, so we'll continue our jetting adventures, but every Thursday it'll be some sort of prop. Are you off to Scotland? Carlisle today, and then next Thursday we'll carry on our quest around the world. stop off in your garden. I'll pass you a cuppa.
Oh yes. Cup of tea and some biscuits, please.
I had that just before the stream. I had a cup of tea and some bourbons. So coming up, Faisley and Tamworth up on my right. That's right. We picked Dylan up to go to the race day at the shopping centre over here. Just about there, in fact, at that petrol station. That's quite cool. Are those creaking?
That'll be my aged chair.
I was about to say, that's some old bones. You whiz around in jets because they are superior.
combination.
That's why, Sam, we're doing jet flights on a Sunday. Going to do prop flights on a Thursday. Because I do like the jets. I do want to do... we got to Toronto. I want to go from Toronto across to LA. That's John's dodgy back.
That's part of it, Dylan, yeah.
Oh, a bit of rain over there by the looks of things. Me, I'm way too big for most chairs. You are. I mean, no, you're not. No, just buy bigger chairs. So we're probably going to be... Get it on the right screen. So if we're on a direct course, we are going to be flying sort of Burton-on-Trent. Oh, we're going to miss you guys. Look. Sort of, we'll miss Tux. 'Cause Tux is over here. So, sort of close-ish. You're to my left now. Oh, over there. I thought you were further back than that. Cool. Sittles Farm Airstrip. And he said Skittles then.
134.18 Sims 17. East Midlands approach Sims 17, 4,000 feet.
Let's get the banner in and not flying over. Yeah, you can't really swear on banners like that either, Sam. Works for me. There's a cathedral somewhere. What? There probably is a Betty Cathedral somewhere. There's one in Salisbury. There's one in Durham. Yeah, there is more than one.
Actually, Durham Cathedral's really nice.
I haven't been there.
Really.
There's one in Lichfield. Lichfield Cathedral. Hasn't quite got the same ring to it, has it? Nice that you're missing me on your flight. It is for us. Haven't a clue where the Newcastle Cathedral is. Newcastle? Oh, well, I'm turning.
Good start.
Why am I turning? What's going on?
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
turned as well.
Lichfield is a city only because of the cathedral. Yes, most cities have cathedrals. I think that's part of the stipulation of being a city. Tux has got out his Ladybird Book of Cathedrals. Right next to his Ladybird Book of Catholics. Look, clouds. Are they coming down or am I going up? What's happening here? They seem to be getting closer. The clouds are falling. It's the end of the world. Tux has a ladybird book. Tux got ladybird book on ladybirds. Ladybird book of ladybirds. It took you months to rewire the telephony in a council house. That's a long time, Tux. Was it a big council house? The pictures are bigger in ladybird books. They are. Oh, there's blue sky up ahead. The council house. The council hub house. Not a council house, you cheeky fecker. Oh, a council hub house. Oh, okay. Oh God, Tux has been given a dictionary by Pina.
Ooh, that's brave.
It is brave. That can only end well. In fairness, you deserved it. You did. There was deservedness there. It's a hub house, not a pock house. Oh God. Not a monk house. Hey, we've taken a... oh God, we're heading towards Stoke. That's something no one ever wants to do in life. So... Utoxeter. Oh, isn't that where the Alton Towers is around here somewhere, isn't it? That's Utoxeter way. Hang on.
Oh, it's been years since I've been there.
The JCB factories there as well, isn't it? JCB headquarters. We're doing work for the Banford family at work. Your spelling has improved. His spelling has improved. Just east of Utoxeter, you'll find both Alton Towers and JCB. Yeah, so Utoxeter's down there. That's this main. That's the main dual carriageway thing. There's the river. Yeah, we're doing some work at, they're building a health spa. Yeah, cheers, Rocket. Appreciate that. Didn't mean to dismiss you at the beginning, because I actually thought the scenery was pretty damn epic. So good with the cloudage as well. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, I've got the contact Manchester.
There's a JCB factory there. It's got a lake in front of it. So that's the road you travel up, past that, and then you turn left up here somewhere to... So Alton Towers is up here. Yeah, we'll be losing Honda here next year. It was supposed to be this year, but it's next year now. Honda are closing. That's a big loss to the town. But Mini are expanding. Mini are putting an engine plant here. So yeah, is that Alton Towers over there? I think it could be actually there.
Contact Manchester on 135.005.
Or talking of EGCC, the scenery is now updated and confirmed the pub is now at the end of runway 23 right. We're going to have to go there one day, Sam, and do some plane spotting.
Manchester approach SIMS 174.
Yeah, is that Alton Towers? It could be the car parks there. It could be.
It looks about right.
Yeah. Yeah, could be. Down in the valley down there. Cool. You've never been plane spotting? The few hours we spent after we went to the disastrous day out at Crewe, when we came back to East Midlands with and dragged Ed there at much expense to Ed, it was really enjoyable. Right, so there we go. So just flown past Alton Towers. Planes potting. Was he potting planes? The runway pub at Manchester is amazing. It's paid for parking. That's not a problem. We should get Tux to drive. Simples. Right. So that's where we are now. Oh god, we're heading towards Manchester. I'll drive if you buy the drinks. Well, you can't have any, can you? So yeah, cutting that corner up to Manchester, and then on up. So yes, the plan is to, if I can zoom out on Sim Toolkit, there we go. This time we're getting as far as Carlisle. Next time we head away up to the top of Scotland. Then we're going to have to make our way up to Faroe Islands, which we could do by heading up here, bit of island hopping, then across to the Faroe Islands. The long one is going to be that. Will the TBM make it from the Faroe Islands to Iceland? I did it coming back when I flew the Kodiak back from the USA. That was the longest flight. That was about 3.5 hours, I think it was, across there in the Kodiak, and it did it on a tank of fuel. So the TBM should make it across there, then across Iceland, then across to here, then it'll be across to there, then across to the mainland, before coming down or working our way across Canada. So not that many legs actually, if you think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and we could be in Canada just by doing a couple of hours at a time. 8, 10 weeks maybe. depending on the plane. So it gives us something to do on a Thursday going forward. And looking at this lovely scenery. Oh, don't poke the bear, Peanut. Well, we're changing planes, so the leg tonight will just be as far as Carlisle, and that'll be it. The next time, which will be next Thursday, we'll carry on from Carlisle up to Scotland, different plane. And then we'll carry on after that up towards the Faroe Islands, and so each week we do a leg, basically. Why is Roxy? Why are you over there, Roxy?
My flight plan took me over that way. I didn't choose a direct route.
I just chose low altitude airways.
That's what I did.
Yeah, and then ignored the altitude.
Yeah.
Not sure about Reykjavik, but Reykjavik is an option. It is indeed. Oh, this scene, it makes me want to do more flying now. Oh, look at the sun glinting off the river. That's just not fair. Now
It is awesome, isn't it?
that was what's on the end of the stick, Vic, when it tucks. And the clouds on top. Oh, Oh, you rub it on your chest. That'd take a lot of Vic to rub on Tux's chest, because that's quite a big area to cover. Reykjavik Reeves. Vic's is lube. No, Peanut. It's going on. It's going on YouTube. It's going on YouTube. It's going on YouTube.
Oh, no, really not. No.
YouTube.
God.
Wow.
Ow.
Yeah. Do apologise, those of you watching on the. No one's got this far on YouTube, have they? Seriously. Yeah, exactly. No one's been watching an hour into a YouTube video of mine.
You never know.
They do like the long ones.
Yep.
Videos.
No.
Lube tube. No, Sam. That's probably an actual thing. Don't we all like long ones? I do. I'm quite happy in a long flight. I really enjoyed the one across to Toronto.
Good flight.
Yeah, it was a good flight. Keeping it back on track rather than Pina's disgusting mind. Ah, a long wait for a bus isn't good, Pina. There you go. See, look at the cloud that's formed around the hills and stuff. That's just... Someone's digging away than that. Someone's nicking bits of the land. Someone needs to read that. Needs to report. That's just... A long wait for anything isn't brilliant unless it's the gallows. That's true.
But even that, you kind of want to get it over with.
Oh yeah. Hang on, is Pineapple dishing out dictionaries to Sam now? Oh no, hang on, no, Sam pulled up DMF. Okay. You should have done that, DMF. Don't poke the bear. The bear's got a cold. He's not happy.
I was waiting for that.
I wouldn't give you one, Sam. God, he'd kill you, Pina. YouTube Sam, please. Look at these clouds. Apart from the texturing on the clouds, is there a fix to that? Does anybody know?
You can turn off the sharpening and the film grain and the fringe and there's something else in the user config
Oh, blimey. Okay.
under post processing.
I want a cloud processing, not process posts. The bear not hibernating for winter. No, he's not. He's on the prowl. He's like Yogi. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, DMF. You don't tell Sam you're not the person to mess with. Even I know that. Everyone watching knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did notice he's got a little sword by the side of his name, don't you? Well, that's me told. No, hang on. No, you spelled it wrong there, Tux. Flight. You missed an L there. No, the A320 is fantastic. Last week flew it from Heathrow to Toronto, and it was absolutely faultless the whole way.
It's the first flight I've actually had that it worked for me all the way.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy with it now.
Yeah. DMF, for the sake of the stream, for the sake of you still being here, for the duration of the stream, stop. Please. No, did not end up in China. It was brilliant. I was worried that we wouldn't have enough fuel to get to Toronto, but ended up with fuel to spare. I think 5 ton left by the time I got there, something like that. And it was 9 hours and absolutely perfect. I was a bit quick on the landing. But, you know, we made it. It got down and I stopped and it was fine. But it was touch and go. But yeah, the plane's fantastic. And now turning on the Bing Maps thing that we were told about earlier, this is just, look at it. Okay, just watch the first series of The Mandalorian. Wow, did you binge that, Blinky? And it's damn good, isn't it?
Oh, wait until you watch the next one.
Oh, God, yeah. Just by turning on the Bing Maps thing has just made this... Yeah, cheers, DMF. Okay, apart from whatever that is over there.
Yeah, I've got them as well.
Oh.
I don't know what they are. They're sort of texture glitches.
So we just look that way. It's fine. It's lovely over here.
That's a thing.
I'm guessing you're not at work then, Blinky. Been up all night binging The Mandalorian. Oh, you went... seriously, the end of the final episode of Season 2 you will go, oh my God, 3 weeks off. Blimey. Of course, summer down there, isn't it? And Christmas. Oh, so this time tomorrow you'll have the season 2 done of The Mandalorian. Ah, I've just read NT's post, if you're still watching NT. Aha, problem solved then. Awesome. No, Peanut, don't forget, Blinky's in New Zealand. So Christmas is still Christmas, but Christmas is in the height of summer. So having 3 weeks off over Christmas means he's off at the lovely weather, and it's Christmas. So result. Yeah, it's winter in July.
That whole thing confuses me.
You don't want time off in July. I think Pina's brain's been shaken around by buses today. Time zones massively confuse you. Driving a tractor slowly massively confuses you, NT. Going to barbecue for New Year. Oh, nice. See, like, you know, Australians having barbecues having their Christmas dinner, having a barbie on the beach. To us, that's like, well, that's just mad. But it's normal. Right, we're flying alongside Manchester. Oh, Dylan's giving a poke now. Flying alongside Manchester.
Oh, God.
I think if you're having a barbecue on the beach on New Year's Eve off somewhere near Newcastle, you'd get an award, Pina.
That would be a thing.
Alright, so yeah, Manchester is over there. I'm guessing Sam's made a retreat. Because of, you know, his warning. It was freezing in summer. Well, that's the UK for you. We can never guarantee, no matter what time of the year it is, you can't guarantee good weather. I've been sat outside a pub in the New Forest on my birthday in February before now in just like t-shirt. And yet other years I've been down there and it's been like -4. You can't tell. You can't guarantee any month in the UK you're going to have nice weather.
Yeah.
Just a t-shirt. Oh yeah. Oh, he's still here. Okay. So you're going to be turning on that setting when you fire up your PC on Friday then, Sam? Because that makes a hell of a lot of difference. Look, you can see the light coming through, or the low sort of mist on the ground here. Hans types a message for me. Yes. PC is built. PC runs. It's got Windows installed. It's got Steam installed. I started installing this morning. I'll carry on tomorrow morning. What setting? Ah, you weren't here, were you, Blinky? Go to General, go to Data, and turn on the Bing Maps thing. And you get that. Which is basically Orbex True Earth. For free. I should leave it on all night. I could, but I won't. It's currently just sat in the living room. I had what? I had to go squeeze my GPU into my PC. Well, I went through the XL case, and there's 5mm clearance between the top of the cooler and the outside of the case. And I don't know now if I could have gone for a smaller case. I don't think I would have got it all in. And my case is actually, well, the case is similar size to the case I've got here currently now. This one's just slightly taller and not as wide. But the other one does look nice. So yeah, it won't be this weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to be bringing it up here and getting it all swapped over, so that is my computer loud? God no. I've never heard the fans on this PC that I've got now. I could hear them on the one downstairs, basically because it was running and there's nothing else in the room. But only when it started up, then I couldn't hear them. So yeah, you shouldn't be hearing your fans on your PC. If you are, then you're overworking it, because your fans are going like the clappers. You booked the crane for next weekend. It's, yeah, lifting it around the living room's heavy enough. Carrying it up the stairs, I'm not looking forward to. And then trying to shoehorn it into the gap under the desk. But yeah, I did spend about half an hour sat playing with the lighting this morning. When I realised I could control it and change colours and make it do all sorts of strobe effects and stuff. It's really cool. Get your servant to do it. Wait. Most of the time it's damn loud. If your PC is loud, so if it's fans and they're running at full chat all the time, you're producing a lot of heat, which means you're overworking. You're either your GPU or your CPU, or you've got dust. Exactly. To be honest, this PC that's on the floor down here by the side of me has been there 3 years and hasn't moved in that time. And looking at it, it's got a glass case. There's no dust. Well, there is, but it's not blocking the fans.
Yeah.
Anybody? Dust? Anybody?
No. Anybody? Dust? No.
Imagine the dust underneath that. You can't see it because I never have the light on in here.
It's actually very low, in fact.
Yeah. I need to watch those. Why are you replacing it anyway? More power. I've got my my handyman is coming down to the house on Friday, New Year's Day, Friday, and going to try and get him to look at building a frame that I can mount the monitors to, that all the wires then can go behind, so that from the front you won't see any wires. They're either going to go behind or under the desk. There's a layer of dust under my CPU fan blades. You need to get a hoover in there. And I'm icing up. That's probably not a good thing, really, is it? And this thing's got no anti-ice, has it? Pitot heat on.
Pitot heat, and that's about it, I think.
Yeah, get those compressed air cans. I've got ice, baby. Oh yeah, it's getting a bit chilly now. Pitot heat's on, it's fine. I want that one. So yeah, I only built it purely. This machine's running absolutely fine. I had the money to build it, was the main reason. That I didn't want to waste on something else. I wanted to put money towards something that I've got for the next few years. And because of this, and because of the games that are going to be coming out over the next 12 months, I want to try and get ahead of the curve and have something that will last me the next couple of years. But this 1080 I've got in here has just been absolutely faultless. It's coped with everything I wanted to throw at it. And I think this is going to be downstairs as a downstairs gaming rig. I did build it. I wasn't in the mood to build it over Christmas, but got up yesterday morning feeling in a more positive frame of mind, and finished building it, wired it, and then this morning got up and installed Windows and started installing stuff and downloaded the software. I think I will use it downstairs, because at the moment I'm doing a bit of farming on the laptop downstairs. Problem is then I won't use the gaming laptop because I can connect that up to my 58-inch TV and just game on that. So that's the plan. Plus I just want to make use of this PC, because otherwise it will just sit there, and it's too good just to sit there. It's too good for the streaming PC, because the streaming PC is my old i5, and that's doing a fantastic job at pushing out the stream. So it's too powerful just to be a streaming PC. So I think downstairs is a second gaming PC. Sell it on eBay. It's a hassle, Peanut. I don't, for what it's worth, which is probably, to be honest, not a lot. I don't know, it's probably worth a couple of £100. And to be honest, it's not worth, it's not worth selling it for the sake of, I don't know, a couple of £100, a lot of money. It's not worth selling it for a couple of £100. And yeah, I'm going to keep it. I will use it if it's downstairs. It's a bit cloudy. One thing's for sure, you've got a lot of tech. I have. Yeah, that's quite icy now.
I can't actually see out of my windscreen. It's completely frozen over.
I think that ground's getting closer.
Yeah, I've actually dropped down a bit just to try and hopefully warm up.
Yeah, I'm only doing 85 knots now. So I've slowed down. So the icing's having an effect on the aircraft now. Uh-oh. You still have the one you built 4 years ago. Yeah, again, chaos. I'm undecided what to do with the whole. I like being in this room because it's cozy, it's compact. If I had the room, I would use that as a rig to play, maybe like ETS2 or Fernbus, something like that, and have it set up separately, and I could get a proper flying rig done. So keeping it handy and running and updated, and it's probably fine for another couple of years of gaming because it's a 1080. And I could upgrade the graphics card. I could put a 2080 into it if I wanted to. I think the new one will take 2 graphics cards. There's 2 slots. Don't know why you'd want to. Oh, I had the 970 before. That was in my old i5. My streaming rig was a 970. I was using that for streaming before I got that one. So the first 2 years of doing YouTube and Twitch, it was my i5 running a 970, and it was fine until it started to max out the processor. That's why I got the current rig 3 years ago.
My 750 Ti did me for years.
Yeah.
It still works, there's still nothing wrong with it, but I needed the bigger card.
How can it use 2 graphics cards? They run in SLI. So they work together to give you more graphics processing power, basically. But not all games support SLI. I don't know if you can SLI the new ones, in all fairness. You remember at the Flight Sim show when I ordered it? Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah, because it was November, I think it was. It turned up. You don't need to, you know, Christ, my car downstairs will probably do 8K gaming. It's just mad. Right, speed's coming up slowly. So the plane must be warming up now. This is ridiculous. It's like iced up. Who needs 8K when you have DVI? Well, yeah. Well, good thing is, Peanut, we found out this week that you can upgrade your processor. So a bit of saving, and that will lengthen the life of your current PC. And that's all you need to do. I did it with my i5. I upgraded from a 750 graphics card to the 970. To lengthen the life of it. That's all you got to do. You're lucky you don't play stuff that's really graphic heavy.
Yeah, Omsi works more on the CPU.
Yeah,
it?
that's where he's struggling. Your mum's offered to give pocket money so you can save. That's a good idea. Offer to do jobs. I know the pandemic thing is tough at the moment, but you know, when you can, offer to do jobs. Jesus, someone has been DMing you about upgrading their CPU. Let me guess, someone on the Discord, because you spoke to them about it.
Contact Manchester Center on 118.775.
Going to 118.
You've got to be very careful, because it all depends on their on their motherboard.
Manchester Center Sims 17, 4,000 feet.
Yeah.
17 Manchester Center continue to wriggle as planned. Altimeter 29er decimal 59er.
Clouds. Uh-oh, black clouds. Oh, we're speeding up though, we're fine. Yeah, that's no good. There's websites you can go on that will... Actually, no, if you go into the settings on your PC, you can go into your hardware settings. It will tell you your motherboard make. That's what they need to do, is get the make of their motherboard, and then you'll be able to see what that can cope with, which is what Pina did. Yeah. A picture of it's no good. Depends on the motherboard. And then it is relatively easy to change CPU. Relatively. That was the easiest bit of my PC build. Thought, drop it in, pull the little clamp down. Yeah, I can do this. This is a piece of wee-wee. And then trying to mount the cooler. So, uh-oh. You found out you got the best CPU for your motherboard. Oh. Yeah, the i9s are good. Piece of wee-wee. Exactly, Peanut. You have to place your motherboard. Problem is, you place your motherboard, you'll need new RAM and possibly new cooler. I mean, a piece of cake and custard and crumpets. Just because that's what you have for tea, probably.
Kind of crumpets with custard, surely.
He probably would. New motherboard, new computer. Not necessarily. He's got a good graphics card. He's got hard drives. He's got a case. Yeah, the wrong piece there. So, yeah, this is where we are now. Coming up on the Yorkshire Dales. 32 minutes from our destination. Alright, I wasn't sure on my new case at first. I thought, nah, this is a bit stupid. and I love it. You tried an air fryer. The air fryer is one of the best gadgets I've bought for my kitchen. I love my air fryer.
Quite like the idea of an air fryer, but they're not cheap, are they?
They are now. They've come down in price.
Yeah, I've actually got two. We bought a small one quite a while ago, and then I was actually watching a video of someone cooking all sorts of different types of foods in an air fryer, and I thought, I've never thought about that. Tried it in our little one. It works a treat. So then we bought a bigger, like 2-tiered glass thing. And it's amazing. We cook so much in it. It is really good.
It's because you're not using any oil. Like I did myself a sausage sandwich this morning. So I took the sausages out of the freezer, chucked them in the air fryer, turned it on for 15 minutes. It sat there, cooks them with hot air, so there's no fat. The fat just drains underneath the tray, and done. So for cooking chicken, sausages, I don't do burgers in it because I don't turn out that well, but chips certainly. And cook joints of meat in them. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Looks like a thing to get.
Is it the
Might
George
just
Foreman
have to do
of air? Not quite there, Peanut. But yeah, just as versatile. Mine just sits on the side in the kitchen, and it's just brilliant. The George Foreman's a pain. The air fryer is quite easy to wash up as well. It cooks with hot air, so you don't use any fat. And that's the bit I like about it. So for frozen chips, like French fries, if I'm sat in the evening after a stream and I'm hungry, I'll just go and chuck a handful of French fries, frozen French fries in it. 10 minutes, done.
Nice. Oh,
And yeah, it's
gonna try that.
really easy to wash up as well. And if you're one of these posh people who've got a dishwasher, you can just chuck it all in there. Kerry, thank you again. In that case, welcome to the madness, a nutty guy. With that name, I think you'll fit in well. ONT gets his servants to hand wash it. No. It's going on YouTube. No.
No.
Wow, that's taking the whole servant role to a whole other level. What was that? That was the Eddie Murphy film, when it was that Coming to America, where he has all the servants around and he claps his hands and goes, "Wipers."
Yeah.
And he's got someone to clean his. Well, that's nice. Lucky NT. Yeah, but we don't know what his butler's like. Just joined, not going to ask. Best not to. I quite like washing up, actually. Because there's only me. It's generally like a couple of minutes. I can make a cup of coffee and be washing up while a kettle's boiled and it's done. A bell shiner. And he's got a... Hang on. No one's going to watch this far on YouTube. It's a new series for YouTube. Christ, we started on a high, haven't we?
It's only going to go one way.
Oh dear. You got home from work early. What have you missed? Nothing. There was nearly a fight earlier. We gained texture. And NT's still very posh. Have I checked my phone? Yep. Nothing on it.
Oh,
Apart from Netflix recommending something. I don't do whispers. I've got them turned off. Nothing or nothing. Nothing or nothing. There's nothing. You don't like chicken. That's a statement. I'm going. There's no notifications, Dylan. How can I reply to something that you haven't sent me? I can't just reply to things I haven't got. You like meat. Oh, God. Yes, we know, Pina.
Dylan's getting a bit snippy.
What should I put on waffles? Why are you having... Oh. No, he doesn't do melted cheese. My plane's still iced up. I've just realised that's a thing.
It depends if they're sweet waffles or savoury waffles.
The land here is getting closer to me. Wait, that's the first... Now you sent me a text. That's it, Dylan. Your mum's going to surprise you. Dear, that can only end well. You end up with a couple of frozen carrots, some cornflakes, and a Dairy Lee triangle.
Sweet waffles. A little bit of ice cream and some maple syrup. Lovely.
Never had maple syrup. Food roulette. Exactly. No. There's a text you sent me saying what depends what thing you want, and then how's this for a notification. That's the only two texts I've got from you, Dylan. Right, where are we in my frozen plane? There. Kirkby Lonsdale. Isn't that where the chavvy clothing comes from? That's Lonsdale, isn't it? The chavs wear. Cheap chavs. JD Sports, Sports Direct stuff. That's Lonsdale, isn't it? But then he's got Kirkby in front of it. It was a boxing thing. Lionsdale is cheap tat. Oh, no, it's Lonsdale. That's why it's in Sports Direct. You shop at Sports Direct because you am a chav. That's Cumbria. It is. Oh, I shop at JD Sports. Oh, get you. I'm very sorry. JD is posh. And one of NT's servants went to JD Sports once. Came back. I'm sorry, Master NT. They did not have the garment you were looking for. Is it time for your wash now, sir? Yeah. It's the same stuff. Lionsdale is a Geordie rip-off of Lonsdale, so imagine how bad that must be. Yeah, the ground is definitely getting closer to us now. But damn, that looks good.
Really does. We're heading into the Lake District. So,
how's Roxy doing? As he's lower? He's doing a bit of ground skimming.
I'm literally about 300 foot, 200 foot above the ground, and I'm still iced up.
Yeah, I'm still iced up. But I'm still doing 120 knots, so that's fine. The speed's picked up again.
this is our mate Harry's neck of the woods around here.
Ah. This just looks too good, doesn't it? I'm going to have to take a screen... Oh, that's a screenshot. Right about... there.
Ooh.
There we go. Harry Potter, I thought he was under the stairs. No, that's Pina. When Pina first joined the Discord, his PC was literally under the stairs. How can you have a waffle and then just ruin it, Pina?
Hang on.
Why has he just got a circle of chocolate? What?
Oh, so you listened then, Tina?
It's a chocolate. Who puts chocolate coins on waffles? If you're watching this on YouTube, no one's got this far on YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, and you're wondering what we're on about, join the Discord, which is linked below. Shameless plug. And look in the food and drink room on the 30th of December, and you'll see what we're on about.
Chocolate coin.
It's like here, chocolate coin. Who has okay. Because you've all just got chocolate coins hanging around. She doesn't know you're like 15, does she, Peanut? She thinks you're like 6 still.
See, the main actually looks all right. I could get on with that.
Yeah, it's just really odd. I got it for Christmas from Grandma. From Grandma Mate. Oh, okay. So Grandma gave you a chocolate coin and your mum decided to put it on the waffle. Why don't you just eat the chocolate coin like anybody else would? Remember people, do not touch screens. Mainly because you get fingerprints on them. And if you're eating chocolate coins, you get chocolate all over your screen. How many hours have I done this thing now? 19. Do you like ketchup on rice? Who? No. No one. No. 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 Nobody should put ketchup on rice. Just not. Oh, God, Trent does.
I'm afraid I've got to say I do as well.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's been done. Not actually as bad as it sounds.
Why? No. What? I don't know anymore. That's it. Good night, everybody. I think it's time.
I'll get my coat.
Leave, Roxy, leave.
Good Lord, that's what soy sauce is for. What? To put on your ketchup? I can't think of any rice disc where ketchup should be present. Exactly, Larwood.
Soy sauce on rice is lovely.
Ketchup on scrambled egg toasty. Yep, can go with that. Exactly. There's a line. It's like people who put ketchup on shepherd's pie. No, my brother has ketchup on a Sunday roast. He'll get the ketchup out and put it on the tape. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Rice should be with peas. No, rice should be with a curry or a chili.
Chicken curry, rice and ketchup.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it with curry.
You can't have ketchup on a roast dinner. You just can't. No. Ketchup and rice, simple food. No. You heathens. In lockdown, you was given rice, carrots and beans. Yes, we saw. Ketchup on a ham sandwich. If I have a corned beef sandwich, I will put some brown sauce on it. That's a thing. But not ketchup. You have ketchup on everything. Oh dear. You're all mad. We are. This is actually a fact. My daughter is another ketchup on Sunday roast freak. Oh dear. Worst meal ever, apart from when I was Judy. Oh, apart from when you was Judy. Okay, is this something you want to tell us, Pina?
Tonight, Matthew, I am Judy.
Oh, so he's not actually gay. He used to be called Judy. Ah. You were given
Now it makes sense.
2 minced balls without gravy or anything.
Was they minced
That
balls?
wasn't mince.
That wasn't mint. Can't have bully beef without brown sauce. Exactly, Tux. When I was little. How did when I was little become when I was Judy?
Nope.
Judge.
I'm sticking with the when you was Judy.
Yeah.
Explains the squeaky voice.
Well, he just said he had minced balls, so, you know. He was Judy when he was little. He was, yeah. Freudian slip.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Susan. If you have got this far on YouTube and you want to be part of this madness, as I said, the Discord is linked below. You either get this or you don't get this. If you get this, come back. If you don't get this, just go. Just leave. We won't mind. Just leave and pretend you never saw it. Mince balls, we'll do that to you. Yeah. Roxy appears to have stopped behind me.
Well, I'm still moving.
Okay. If you get this, seek help immediately. Almost don't want this flight to end now.
It's quite nice down here.
It is
That's
quite...
really, really nice, isn't it?
Might be going a tad slower, but it's nice.
the least YouTube friendly stream ever. No. Oh, there's been worse, and there have been worse that have gone onto YouTube. The whole stream with drunk Blinky is going on YouTube.
I actually watched the Susan stream the other night from 2017.
Oh, it's just mad. That is still one of the funniest things. None of us could see.
I could not stop laughing.
Oh, it was just hilarious. I love it because we're all odd. We get that. We all get on, which is great. And people in the community are here because they've got this weird sense of humour thing going on, which means they all just run with a tangent. And like the one with Roy Bridge, me and Sam were pretty much on the same wavelength throughout the whole of that, and we're just bouncing off each other. That was flipping awesome. The Susan thing, you couldn't write that. You couldn't pre-plan that. It was just, Noz going, "Are you in a man, Steve?" And then it just took off from there, and it was just like, oh my god. It was just and there's been a few of those streams that just come in every so often where everyone's just completely on point, and then they're just awesome.
And now we have the SSDA.
Oh yeah, don't forget the SSDA, which Lee drowned in frozen urine. It can happen. Be careful. Who was in the stream with Susan? Gaz came up with the whole Susan thing. It was me, me, Chaos, Noz, because Noz asked me. I think Blinky was there. Don't know who else was in voice. Who is SSD? Watch the stream, Pina. You need to watch the OMSI. Tog to Bonsing Tux. Come on, keep up. And with Hans, that was funny. That was Pina. Pina was hilarious on that. He was really on the ball.
Hans.
Yeah, Hans. What are you doing, Hans?
Stop with the horn, Hans.
Yeah. Oh, it's just mad. It's one of those things that people that miss a stream, if they miss one, the following stream we're talking about something that happened in the previous one, and you end up going, what? Hang on, what? What's this now? What? You can't miss one really, because you could miss out on something that's going to get talked about for the next 3 years.
telling me I have to watch an Omzi stream now?
You have to watch an OMSI stream now to understand the whole SSDA thing. And, you know, Lee dying, unfortunately, drowned in his own frozen urine. He may have been pushed by Roy Bridge and his brother Suspension, who were stood on each other's shoulders wearing a full-length Mac.
It was
I
all
kind of
videoed by the
guessed what the
Dornican
SSDA was.
Yeah. So, you know, you've got to keep up with these things. Where did the bloody Kiwi come from, says Dylan. Originally the UK.
My mum and dad.
Yeah.
Hiya, Blinky.
I'll have this conversation again.
Yeah. Hans, take that stick away from me. That is not a stick. What the hell was that? I'm sorry, Sam and Tux. I let down for speaking / tying. I don't think he got Velcro shoes there, Trent. Which came first, the kiwi or the egg? He fell because he was pushed. Well, but Roy was on the train, bus. That is my stick. Uh-oh, we've gone cloudy again. So was Humpty Dumpty. Ah.
Yeah.
No, that was a conspiracy theory. Because the FBI was after him.
Well, the king sources and all kids means you fuck him, he's only an egg.
Right, John's above me. Roxy's below me and behind me. Why am I out in front now?
You picked up speed when you're icing.
I'm doing 107 now. Apparently got 9 minutes to landing.
Doing 104.
Roy's, oh God, Roy's dead, Dave. Every bridge is dead, Dave. Not cantilever, surely not cantilever. What?
Every bridge, Dave.
No, not suspension. Oh no. Every bridge, Dave. They're all dead tucks. Every bridge is dead tucks. Slippery, icy Steve going faster. Ice, baby. The SSDA needs to sort the case. Oh God, John's just shot past me now.
Oh.
Meow. He's in a jet.
Cantilever is dead, Dave.
God,
No.
I'm doing like
Are you trying to tell me that every bridge is dead?
Yeah.
They're all dead, Dave. Every bridge is dead, Dave. They're all dead, Dave. They're all dead, Dave. The ice is definitely spreading. It seems to be getting more spready.
I'm slowing down. I'm down at 93 now. Getting heavy.
Poor Dave. That's a series you should watch, Pina. But would you like a muffin? Oh no. Would you like any toast?
Would you like any toast? Yeah. Oh. The first series was the beat.
It was. Crumpet. Toasted tea cake. Nobody wants. So you're a waffle guy. Oh dear, oh dear. See, you're all stark raving mad. Yeah.
Oh, we know that.
You're a waffle guy. Talkie toaster. Steve beat me to it.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike NT's servant that's beating something of his.
Wow. Okay, poor servant. Lucky NT.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. That's a
Where can I
series.
get one of those?
That's a series you need to watch, Peanut. You need to go and watch the first series of Wed Dwarf. Red Dwarf.
Look up Gazpacho soup first.
Yeah. They say you should never burn your bridges, but if they weren't dead, cremating them was a bad call. Wow, that was quite bad. Sam's now on his 100 worst bridge jokes. Was he the guy in prison in the Italian Job?
He really needs to get over it, then.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Oh, turn
Mr. Bridger. Bloody, how did NT know that?
Stephen's telling.
His servants are talking about it. Yeah. Yeah.
He
Series.
looks up his YouTube shit for.
Yeah. Noel Coward. Yeah. Series 4 is Talkie Toaster. It was up until Series 8. It was fantastic. At Series 8, it just went downward.
Rubbish.
I haven't watched the last two. I just can't.
I think Series 6 was at the best.
It's weird. Series 8 always seems to be the point at which things should finish.
Yeah. There's a natural
it
point.
should've.
You should finish on a
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, it should have stopped there.
Right. So it's 6 minutes apparently from
Scripted.
a destination.
Yeah, it's because there was a dead mailer left.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Right. John's all the way down there. I'm going to do some descending.
It's nice down there,
Oh.
Steve.
Gone down to 2,500.
Same.
Going down, people. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Don't you chuck them effing spears at me. One of your favourite episodes is still Legion.
Carlisle
backwards.
Tower,
I like
17 is 11
Yeah,
miles
backwards
south
is
of
really good
Elwood
'cause that's
Glen.
really well done.
That's really well done. And if you actually, where the guy's talking to them and you can't understand what he's saying, he says, I bet some sad bastard is actually going to rewind this to
Yeah.
work out what I'm actually saying.
I've seen that on the
Brilliant.
best ofs.
It's
Enter
brilliant.
left traffic runway 24617.
Right, I've been given runway 24.
So have I. I'll just come in on whichever one's closest.
It is a great film, that all Tux.
I don't know which one 24 is. I'll just look for something that's
Looks like a
long
rump.
and black
Oh,
with white lines on it.
a zebra.
That would
That's
do.
That's when Minis was Minis.
Yeah, the original Italian
Proper
Job
Minis,
is just a
today.
stunning film.
Crappy.
Actually, the remake was okay, in all fairness.
No, not really.
I thought it's okay. It's not something I'd watch again, but it was okay. It's like
I'll try not to, Dylan.
I quite like the 18 film. That was quite good. Right, we're descending. It was watchable, but only just, yeah. And get on no damn plane. Right, descending down to 2,000 feet. Still can't see. You've sunk the combine again. You're just... We're going to start calling you Crisp the Second, NT.
I just sent a combo.
Right, well, I'd say that was a pretty uneventful first leg. Nothing really conversational-wise happened there.
No.
It was, you know...
Boring as hell.
It was, really.
Yeah. No, you know,
No,
Not really talking a bunch, are you?
it's one of those banal moments, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, maybe Crisp is just one of NT's servants. Oh.
Ah, yeah.
Chief
Okay.
Washer.
Oh, I didn't want that job.
Oh, I had to fly underneath John now. Right, so we made it up to Carlisle. So approaching the airport. And say next time we will carry on from Carlisle.
Dylan sounds like a fun job.
Oh, God. Putting NT in the bath with his John Lewis bath soaps. That's probably you, Pina. I bet you've got bath soaps and those bath bombs and stuff. Candles round the bath.
I can see a runway.
Actually, in all fairness, last time I had a bath, it did have candles round it. The bubble baths. I haven't got a bath at home, so it wasn't my bath. The bubble bath in, and my God, bath like that with a glass of wine. I can see why women enjoy that. Sadly, I'd love one. It is quite relaxing. Oh, a bath bomb. Oh God, Dylan's getting all excited because of all the fizzing that happens. Our bathroom's a fire hazard. It's so many freaking candles. Yeah, my ex's was. Is that the runway? That looks like... Okay, that's the airport. Okay, we're going down, people.
Is that the runway straight ahead, or where is it?
Pink bath bomb with pink fire.
That's going to be...
No, top to the left.
No, that looks long. I'm landing on that.
Over the river. Curve of the river. Yeah, that's the one right in front of us, yeah.
You have to have a wood wick. Sorry?
Mate, what?
Oh, candle, you dirty gits, when you have a bath. Okay. I haven't got a bath, so that'd be difficult. I've only got a
See if
shower.
that's a runway or a taxiway.
He just says a woodwick when he has a shower.
Most of ours are Yankees. Well, you can't beat a good Yankee. Is that a runway? It could be a runway.
It looks runway-ish.
Yeah, I do. It's really difficult to see when you're iced up.
I'm struggling. I'm on outside view, which is quite difficult to fly in.
Yankee candles, you mean? Oh, there's an X at the bottom of it. Oh well, I do.
Yes, Pina.
Oh, it's a...
Oh no.
It's a,
Oh, it's
it's
got
a
an
not
X.
to be used runway, but
There we go.
22 are landing together.
Contact ground on 123.605.
80 feet a minute.
Going to
Not bad.
123.605.
Yeah, shouldn't really have landed on that runway, but me and all three of us are going to, by the looks of things.
Yep.
Well, they shouldn't put long bits of tarmac there with stripes down them, should they?
not really, no.
Put
You
an
can't see
X. Put an X on it. Yeah, by the time you see the X, it's too late. I'm committed. Well, I should be committed.
It worked.
We got to Carlisle. Yeah, people of YouTube won't be wanting a second edition of this, will they? After all that lot, it'll be.
You
They
never know.
they hate flight anyway on YouTube.
1 hour, 59 minutes.
Oh, they're really going to hate this. Then.
That's pretty good going, actually. They won't get this far. They watch about 6 minutes of flight, and that's it. Farming
Well,
after? No.
Hello, YouTube people.
Yeah. If you get to this point, comment, and you get a chance to meet Pina for some lunch in Newcastle.
There's an incentive.
There's an incentive.
Yeah, I wouldn't invest quite frankly.
What? Well, you said get a prize. Don't worry, Pina. No one's going to get this far. If they do, I'll just delete the comments. I'll meet them. Oh, for God's sake. Dylan is a right tart, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
The Meet Pina giveaway. Just give away Pina. But there we go. So, yes, we got as far as Carlisle. Next time, so that was the first leg. That little tiny bit there took us, 2 hours. Next time, we're going to make our way up to the northern tip of Scotland. depending on the plane, that could almost be another 2 legs, I reckon, by the time you get up to the islands at the top, northern Scotland. Then it's going to be certainly be 1 leg across to the Faroe Islands. Then that's going to be an interesting one. Don't know how long it's going to take the TBM to get from the Faroe Islands across to Iceland. That's going to be a trek, because that's the only plane that I think we could do it quickly enough. Then across Iceland, that's not too bad, getting across to here, because he's picked the shortest to Reykjavik across, which is longer. So you're either on a plane with a big tank and go slower and take longer, or you want something like the TBM that will go quicker and get there. So that's going to be interesting. If you have something like the Fokker or the Saab, that would be easy. Then across Greenland, down to Canada, and then across Canada. So that's the plan for the forthcoming few flights. We'll plan them in on a Thursday, but if it comes to a Sunday and we can't think of anything, or if not everyone's around or wants to do jet flights, then we'll stick one in on Sunday. If there may be some other times we've got some spare slots, there's people around to do a flight, we'll stick one in there. But if you're watching this on YouTube, we will try and stick them all out on YouTube. I don't know on what day, flying Thursday or something, we'll see. But yeah, that was an enjoyable and interesting flight. So thanks to Kerry for gifting a sub out earlier, and Matthew for following twice, by the looks of things. Matthew Lee 11223 and Matthew Lee 112233. I thought it was against guidelines of Twitch to have more than one account. And then the real fake ones, that was earlier, we don't care about them. And to you lot for keeping us company as always, thank you very, very much. And to these two, to Roxy. Cheers, Roxy. That was well planned flight. I knew where we wanted to take off from, but didn't know where we were going. But that was really cool.
Yeah, that was a nice flight. I enjoyed that, and the scene. What's his name?
Rocket.
Robot guy.
Rocket.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still here or if he watches the video back, but thank you, because that has made the game.
Oh, just look at it.
Unbelievably better.
That is just so good. So yes, we'll catch you, if not before, then maybe some trucking on Friday. Possibly.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool. Awesome stuff. And to John, thank you very much, John, for joining us.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah.
And
yeah, I just echo what Roxy did. That was a really, really nice flight.
it was really
awesome.
It was cool. Shame that Pineapple ruined the whole thing, but we can't ask for everything. So yes, the next stream planned anyway is going to be the New Year's Eve, whatever the hell it's going to be, 6 p.m. tomorrow, for some Cards Against Humanity, some Unos, some music, some whatever it'll end up being on New Year's Eve, and then back on New Year's Day for the first trucking of the year. Saturdays from Forza Horizon 4, and then Sunday more flight. So we'll see if no one's up for doing a jet flight Sunday, we could just carry on and do the next leg of this. We will see what happens. So if you have got this far on YouTube, seek medical help and mental help straight away, and follow the links down in the description below, and we will end there. Back tomorrow for something. Until then, say good night, guys.
Good night,
Good night, guys.